Hi Chelsea fans, Chels Daft here, and the second of my videos today. First video, check it out on the channel. It's all the latest updates on the news stories. Featured the last 48 hours that have caught my eye. But this video is a special, it's one of my extended videos. And as you would have seen by the title of the video and the thumbnail itself, it's time to pay homage once again to the absolute masterclass from Marina Granovskaia. Based on what we've seen over the last 12 hours or so from respected journalist reporters that are in the know regarding Chelsea's possible transfers this week. I say possible, they look like they're all going to be done. And in addition to Timo, Werner and Hakim Ziyech, that is outstanding. So this video pays homage to Marina Granovskaia, working with Frank Lampard and Petr Cech, and I'm excited. I'm beginning to feel like I did the summer when Jose Mourinho first come back, had a season to have a look at the squad, when he went out and he went and got Fabregas, Diego Costa, Felipe Luis. I'm excited. That was an exciting time. This week coming up is going to be just the same. So let's get into this. Let's discuss this in more detail. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. But as you know by now, it's time. Let's get cracking. So I just want to bring your attention to these three tweets, which I've retweeted on my Twitter account, Chels Daft, without the EA on the end of Chelsea. And first up was by Angelo Manzianti, who is the Sky Sport journalist over in Italy, stating, Chilwell, Thiago Silva and Havertz, Chelsea's ready to conclude these three transfers early next week. Great players, including Timo Werner and Hakim Ziyech. Nicolo Schira, who is a sports journalist, a transfer market expert, he's tweeted, Ben Chilwell's getting close to Chelsea from Leicester. They will pay €52 million for the left back with a contract to 2025. Then Chelsea will sell Emerson Palmieri, with Inter still interested in him, and he would like to go back to Serie A. And the news on Chilwell and Silva was confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, as you can see here. Chelsea updates Ben Chilwell deal to be completed on next days. He's always been the main left back target. Last details then, here we go soon. He always puts here we go and deals are confirmed. Thiago Silva talks on. The final answer will be next week, with hopefully Chelsea pushing that move through. And Chelsea on Kai Havertz are still negotiating with Bayer Leverkusen and now preparing a new bid. So based on the situation with Chelsea's transfer rumours and what we've been seeing over the course of the whole summer, it's, as a Chelsea fan, it's frustrating because the club never come out and say anything. No other club does, really, if you think about it. And all you want to do is Chelsea to come out and deny, but they don't talk about other players from other clubs who are still contracted to other clubs, as we heard Frank Lampard say often in his news conferences. But these three journalists have tweeted this, and we are waiting to get confirmed information on Thiago Silva, who we know has got a deal lined up with Fiorentina also, and also the Kai Havertz situation. Bearing in mind that we keep hearing that Kai Havertz is pushing for the move, personal terms are agreed, and it just looks like Chelsea need to cross the T's and dot the I's to get this deal done as the two clubs come closer and closer to a financial agreement. So what does all this mean for Chelsea? Now, I said in my opening of the video, I'm excited. I'm so excited for this new season. Chelsea don't sit on their laurels for very long. Let's just say that. Look at the time that Roman Abramovich has come in since 2003-04. He started bankrolling the signings to improve the squad. We got ourselves to a level where we won the Premier League title back to back. We won the cup competitions. We then had a bit of a lull. Then changes were made, reinvested into the squad, and then we won the Premier League double and the FA Cup, as you know. We've then gone on again. We've had a bit of a lull. We've come back in again. We build again and we go again. And that seems to be the way it's going to be. While Roman Abramovich is here, that's what's going to happen. Yes, Chelsea haven't won the Premier League since Antonio Conte won it in a couple of seasons. But the whole cycle's moving forward again. We're now in a period of transition. Frank Lampard's come in as the first part of that transition and had his hands tied with the transfer ban, as we all know. Couldn't sign anybody. Had to work with what he did. I've put a video up on my channel of the season, my season review, with 10 points to know the positives from this particular season. Make sure you check that out. But Frank was the first part. But what's interesting to note is that it looks as though we've seen, for years we've seen and read reports that certain managers at the club didn't hold any sway with the board. They would put their opinions forward as to who they'd be interested in signing, and Chelsea would go and sign players. And a lot of players that come into the club, that seemed to be a club signing, not necessarily what the manager wanted. And this seems to be very, very different. Jose Mourinho had it, as I said, went out and got Costa, Fabregas. Frank Lampard's now got it. And he's working closely with Marina Granovskaia and Petr Cech, who's obviously laying some foundations with Marina, and then Frank that gets access to these players to talk to them, to sell them the vision that he wants to put in place at the club. And when all three come together, as we saw with Hakim Ziyech and Timo Werner, we get these deals done. And then it comes to the negotiating. Now, we've seen reports over the years that Marina Granovskaia has been labelled as someone who is fantastic to deal with. She's a hard but fair negotiator, and she gets these things done. Now, just look at the situation with players that have left past couple of seasons and deals that have been done. Now, Chelsea, over a period of time, we've got rid of Eden Hazard. Now, Eden Hazard deal was negotiated to get as much as we possibly could from Real Madrid, and we got to the tune of around 80 to 90 million. Now, what's happened with Chelsea is that Marina Granovskaia has listened to Frank Lampard, who said, I want Werner and I want Hakim Ziyech, and to try and get them done as quickly as possible. And she's gone out and she's got these two deals done for just a little bit more than that Hazard money. Hakim Ziyech confirmed £36 million fee. Timo Werner confirmed £47.7 million. You're looking at 83.7 million, which is the Eden Hazard money. That is outstanding in itself, to lose a world-class player and bring in two that are up there in the high echelons of the game, their reputation to be up there as the next big things, and it's outstanding business. So then look at this summer with the players that we know have already gone and confirmed leaving the club. Alvaro Morata's deal is finally confirmed. Atletico pay the remaining amount of the transfer, which is reported to be 50 million. Mario Pasalic joined Atalanta for 13.5. Nathan went back to Brazil for 2.7. So those three deals equate to £66.6 million. And then you've still got the likes of Palmieri, Moses, Bakayoko, all these other deals that could possibly be done for players coming back off loan that have got no future under Frank. Danny Drinkwater, for example, another one. I've done plenty of videos on my channel about how much money you can possibly make by selling these players. If you think those three for 66 million, and then we're reading reports about Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell, the deal being quoted is 50 million in total, which is believed to be just 45 million up front and 5 million in add-ons, at a time when we were reading reports that Brendan Rodgers didn't want to sell him, didn't have to sell him. Leicester were looking for the same amount of money for him as they got for Harry Maguire, 80 million or somewhere near that. You'd be looking at 60, 70 maybe. To get Ben Chilwell done and a deal over the line for 45 million plus 5 million add-ons is fantastic work on Marina Granovskaia, and the Alvaro Morata money has paid for Chilwell. That's how good a negotiator this woman is, and she's working wonders. It's another masterclass of a deal. And then you're now talking about Thiago Silva on a free transfer. A perfect solution in my eyes. Someone that, a wealth of experience, an absolute natural born leader, an organiser, a motivator. And yes, people are saying he's 36. Why are you going to go and sell a 36-year-old player? He's too slow. I mean, we're going to sit and watch the final tomorrow night. Bayern Munich could rip him apart for all we know. But he is someone that could come into this club and put foundations in place in our defensive line that, as a defensive unit, will take forward once he's gone. He's a perfect solution for me to come in and to embed a philosophy at the back, to build on what Frank Lampard is looking to do, and to try and bring him in. If you get him in on a free transfer, no money, you might have to pay him 80, 90, 100,000 pound a week for 2 years, so be it. We're saving money. If we can get that deal done when it's reported that he'd already agreed a deal with Fiorentina, if Marina can go in and muscle in and get her deal done, it'll be fantastic work, absolutely amazing work. And then you look at the situation with Kai Havertz. Now, it's reported that Chelsea and Bayer Leverkusen are getting closer. We keep seeing reports that Chelsea are in talks continually with Bayer Leverkusen. The player's personal terms are done and dusted. He wants to come. He's happy with the contract we've offered him. But if Chelsea can get Bayer Leverkusen, who we keep hearing are saying 90 million is what you got to pay for him, not a penny less, no COVID discount. If Chelsea can end up getting Havertz for 60 to 65 million and knock them down, even 70 million, and knock them down 20 million for what they wanted, 70 million, and you think about the players we're negotiating to sell out the club, you could end up literally balancing your books. So that £70 million investment would be a fantastic piece of business. You could sell Bakayoko, Drinkwater. You've still got 16 million from Pasalic, Nathan going. It'll be amazing work, absolutely outstanding work, and there'll still be money there for Chelsea to go and get a goalkeeper who we all believe and have to agree will be the next target. But just put it all in perspective. We finished the end of we're in the coronavirus break. We're sitting there saying we need a goal scorer. We need someone to come in and replace Pedro and Willian if they go. We need to more flair players to create and craft more goals, because since Eden Hazard left, we missed that. So straight away with those points, we've gone out and got Timo Werner, natural goal scorer, scores goal for fun. You've got Hakim Ziyech, who creates goals, who's proven to do so. You've got Kai Havertz potentially walking in through the door, who does the same. The box to box or the late run from midfield, and someone who can score goals, create them. So the problems that we had that plagued us last year are potentially dealt with those three players alone. And then if you look at Thiago Silva coming in and Ben Chilwell, you literally are repairing the cracks in our defence as something to build on again, to go again. It's going to take Frank Lampard another maybe 2 transfer windows to get the squad where he wants to be. But think about it. Hakim Ziyech, Timo Werner, Ben Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Kai Havertz, 5 deals, and you're going to balance the books by bringing them in. Outstanding work, absolutely outstanding work. Marina Granovskaia doesn't talk publicly unless she's doing statements on the Chelsea website about signings. Absolutely amazing. It's a complete masterclass from Marina, and all of us are excited to see what's going to happen going forward next week into maybe the week after. But remember, the transfer window closes middle of October. There's plenty of time for Chelsea to get rid of the players, the deadwood that don't feature in Frank Lampard's plans, and bring more people in. Goalkeeper, which will be the next target you have to imagine. It's such an exciting time for Chelsea. Frank, Petr Cech, Marina Granovskaia and Roman are working hard to give Frank what he wants, because he knows what we want and he knows the philosophy and what it takes to take Chelsea to close that gap to Liverpool and Man City and challenge again. It's such an exciting time. That's it from me in this special transfer special. I just wanted to pay homage to Marina for what potentially could be one of the best windows we've had in such a long time. Let me know what you think about anything discussed in the video and the signings and Marina in the comments section below. Smash the like button for me, subscribe to the channel, but make sure you hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss anything. Take a look around the channel at my other videos, there's plenty of content on there. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you all on Monday.